And the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Fields going to throw right away. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fields got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The center receiver in motion to the right. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, a run to Gibson. Down to the 25. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Thomas brings it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Fields. Just get rid of it. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Robinson. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Robinson again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got it. Touchdown. Antonio Gibson from 3 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Prescott on 1st down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking deep for Elliott. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Prescott from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Prescott now from the 50. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 37 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To throw is Fields. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. This is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Play action. It's Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Fields. He's got it to Gibson. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Prescott now. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. They had no fireworks to start the half. Touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
From the 50, here's Fields. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., 32 yards. And the Commanders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First down, Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On the counter, this is Robinson. They find some open field here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And does Washington have it? They do.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he heard all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Quick slant, Dotson. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Jahan Dotson from 19 yards away. And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Odighizuwa able to get him for a loss of about 3. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 38 yards. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But Prescott stripped. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Always got some breathing room. And all the way to the opposite 45. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Here's Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Fields. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Off play action, Fields. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Thomas brings it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Fields. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Throwing again is Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a...
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. On the return, Johnson. Play action. It's Fields. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Tress Way now as he's on to punt for Washington. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Washington moving on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.